along the free throw line on the free throw, and he's still trying to get loose.
He is knocking over. He's out of the game, without question.
I mean,
it's like he's running through the line.
Woo! Pistons fans. Whatever y'all need, I got you. I'm here for y'all, bro. Ow. You know? Like, ooh. 27 straight games counted in the L column, bruh. It is the worst losing streak in any sport in the history of professional sports. 27 straight games. Now, I don't want to talk about that specifically. I haven't watched every single Pistons game, okay? I don't know what they did wrong specifically. I don't know. I don't know. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? What I'm talking about is the fact that Cade Cunningham, and I knew he was going to do this, and I feel like everybody knew he was going to do this, goes into this game and says, if we lose this game, it is not my fault, okay? And even in the post-game presser, he said it wasn't his fault. He said, we as a team. I like that. But Cade had 40 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 70% from the field. He was not about to lose this game. He was not going to lose this game. Cade averages 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists per game. All-star caliber player. Yeah, I've loved Cade Cunningham since he played at Montverde. In high school, in college, I was glad he was the number 1 pick. I think he still is the best player of that draft class so far, all around. I just don't understand what's wrong with the Pistons. I want to talk about their upsides for a sec. Jalen Duren, huge upside for them, okay? Asar Thompson, massive upside. He's been a revelation this season for the Pistons. Maybe not so much in the winning category, but in terms of like longevity and future for the franchise, those two dudes are there. Jaden Ivey is also on that list. I really like Jaden Ivey. I think he's a really good player. They haven't been playing him as much for some reason. I just don't know. Jalen Duren is like, I don't think he's the youngest player in the league anymore, but he was one of the youngest players in the league. Was born after LeBron, was on the Cavs, just it's crazy. And he's really, really good. He's really good. I've heard a lot of people talk a lot of good about him around the league. I really like the dude. Young, Asar Thompson, young, athletic. I just don't know. I don't know what's going on. I feel like it should be working, but it's not for some reason. I'm going to get into that in a second, like why I think they're being bogged down. Part of that is the Bagley-Wiseman combination. And correct me if I'm wrong, Pistons. I don't watch every Pistons game like I do every Clippers game. I told you all that. So correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't like, why isn't Bagley-Wiseman working, But shout out to them for trying that, okay? In theory, Cade Cunningham, Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman, like that sounds like, woo, that sounds good on paper. If you got all 3 of those draft picks, like back to back to back, going into the respective drafts, and as a Pistons fan, like before they play any games, you're like, wow, we just scored, that was crazy, right? Now, I mean, granted, the Pistons didn't draft Bagley or Wiseman; they drafted Cade. So I'm not talking about their drafting decisions there where they were drafted at. I'm just saying, on paper, it looks good. Come revive your career, come be good on a bad team, get shots up. They're not playing well. They haven't been playing well. And I think people knew that about Wiseman when the Warriors sent him to the G League, and as a second overall pick in the 2020 draft, he wasn't like killing people when he was healthy. He was like 15 a game, 8 rebounds. And I was like, what? How do you go to the G League as the second pick and you're not like crushing everybody? So that's when I was like, okay, this dude's a flop, like 100%. I liked Wiseman coming to the draft, and now I'm high on Ant, and LaMelo's there too. He's good, but Ant, by the way, that draft was like blows everybody out of the water. Oh my gosh, right? Tyrese is up there too. But shout out to them for at least attempting this, right? I see the vision. I saw the vision. They're there. Cade, Bagley, Wiseman. Okay, cool, right? Didn't work out. Stats for y'all: 8 lottery picks. They got 8 lottery picks in the last 4 seasons. Lottery pick players. 8 lottery pick players. They didn't draft all these players like 5 of them were originally drafted. The 3 that didn't draft were Kevin Knox, Bagley, and James Wiseman. But everybody else had drafted Killian Hayes, Jalen Duren, Cade, Jaden Ivey, and Asar Thompson was the 5th. Yeah. So they drafted all those guys, most of them in the top 10, not even like later down. So there could be something said about the drafting process. I think Asar and Cade are really the only 2 like bang, bang, amazing picks, no regrets. Here's where they lack a little bit, okay? The top 3 scoring leaders, okay? Cade, obviously, better be freaking Cade Cunningham. Bojan Bogdanovic is their 2nd, and then Jalen Duren's the 3rd. So why is Bojan and Joe Harris on the team? Those are not guys. I don't know them personally, but I don't think that those are guys that are going to be able to like veteran leadership type. Maybe they do. They have a lot of wisdom to offer, right? But it doesn't seem like it's working if that's their job, right? So on a team of a bunch of young guys where you needed like development, Bojan Bogdanovic should not be your 2nd leading scorer. Okay? He shouldn't be. I don't think that that should be it at all, right? Cade's obviously number 1. Jalen is really, really good. I really like Jalen Duren. And so it's just, I feel bad for Cade, man. Cade is still one of the best point guards in the league. If you haven't watched him, he had a 40 bomb. 70% from the field. He had 37 in the second half. Like, that guy wanted to win, right? He doesn't lose. He didn't crap on his teammates for losing, right? He hasn't done it the whole time. Good dude. Solid teammate. He's like, what keeps me going, the interview, you should check it out. Like, I just want to play basketball. The only positive thing is that I get to play basketball as my job. And I was like, yikes. I don't know how much of this is on Monty Williams, per se. A lot if he's the head coach. But come on, like what are we doing, Pistons? Like, get somebody. You got to make some trades. You got to help Cade. This isn't like a build a couple young guys up. You have Cade Cunningham. Get him stars. Get him people. Look at Luka. They got him people. And even when he didn't, Luka and Cade right now is like, but it's there. Cade could be one of the top players in the league. 100%. I have no doubt in my mind when I say that, right? Great offensive player, great defensive player, big, it's like 6'6", 220, like big dude, skilled. Like, get him players. Don't get him Bojan Bogdanovic. Like, I don't get that. Jalen Duren's a good big man. I don't know what's going on there, but just get Cade people. I don't know. It sucks. So I really like Cade. Once again, average 23, 4, and 7 on the season. I can't remember where I ranked them in terms of like where I think they're going to end up. I think I had them in the play-in, but maybe not at this point. Pistons fans, I feel sorry, bro. Next year, hopefully. Like, y'all's future is good. You got a good future. There are teams that are kind of like middling right now where they're not super good, but they're not like the Hawks, right? The Hawks have some good players. Not enough to like really contend, but not enough to really like tank and to like start from the scratch. Pistons are down here. They can start from scratch with Cade and Jalen Duren, whoever they want to start with, and get new players and trade and get some stuff. I don't know. Maybe you go for Zach LaVine. Maybe you give up players and just boom. I think if they do that, they could be pretty good. But who knows? So, but I'm just here to say that like it looks like it should be working. 8, lottery picks in the past 4 or 5 seasons, 5 of which you drafted yourself. Cade Cunningham's playing well. Monty Williams is a great coach. On paper, it looks like this should be competing for the playoffs, and they're just not. And it's hard. Basketball's hard sometimes. Everybody else in the league is really, really good. There are very, very few sucky, sorry teams, So I just feel bad for Cade, man. Give it a like if you want Cade to. I don't think he should leave. I think everyone else should leave. But if you want him to leave, let me know. If you want him to stay, let me know. Comment down below, guys, what y'all think. If you're a Pistons fan, we're praying for you. Condolences. It's crazy. I didn't think we were going to get to this point, but we are here in the modern NBA. So that's pretty much it for what I'm talking about. Got a new video pulling up on Saturday about the resurgence of the NBA Center. So subscribe, check out that when it comes out on Saturday. And thanks y'all for last week. Last week was really, really good. Quarter season review week. Video every single day last week. A couple thousand views in that time. So a lot of likes, a lot of comments. I love when y'all comment. If y'all comment, I love interaction like that. So anyways, that's all I got for today. Shout out Cade Cunningham. Shout out Pistons, kind of. But that's all. We out.